Good morning, you guys. Bringing you greetings from Sam's Club parking lot. Typically, that's what I do on Mondays. Okay, I go and get what I need. But anyways, I had a thought after I dropped my kid off to school this morning. Anything that happens in life, it's all perspective. It can either be a lesson or a leech. A lesson or a lesion. A lesson or a leech. So a few days ago, I was driving from picking my daughter up. I had some place that I needed to be that I felt like was very important, and I wanted to be there in a reasonable amount of time. So my speed was a little too much for the officer that stopped me. Okay, I'll just put it like that. And when he stopped me, at first I was a little annoyed. At first, I was a little frustrated. I'm like, here you go, sitting on the side of the road, just pointing your camera, just waiting to trap somebody, you know, with speeding or whatever, right? You could be doing a million other things. But he decided to talk to Shear. Pulled over in the median, and I had said, you know what? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Just give me my ticket. Let me know, you know, what I need to do, and then we just gonna keep it moving, okay? Because I'm just not gonna let this ruin my whole day. He came over, he talked to me for a little while. I let him know that, listen, I didn't think, he said it was 35 in this area that I was driving in. And I was like, 35? I was like, I thought it was at least 50, 40. Like, he was like, no, it just switched over on the bridge. So he was at the point where he could see where that speed dropped down 10 miles per hour. And that's where he would catch people. Regardless of him, it wasn't about him, it was about me. The days after, and even after that, all I could say is, God, I thank you. It could have been worse. All I could say is, God, I thank you. It could have been. At that point, I decided to let that incident be a lesson versus a leech. What is a leech? Something that sticks with you, but sucks the life out of you. What is a lesson? Something that sticks with you, but brings you life, inspires you and motivates you. I decided to let that thing be a lesson and not a leech, because I could have said, I could have had a bad weekend. I could have been like, oh my gosh, I got to pay this ticket. Normally with me, I haven't had a ticket in years. I would write that ticket off and I'll put it in the mail and not worry about it. He said I could go to court. I could get it dropped down. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have my day in court. I'm gonna let this be a lesson for me. I'm gonna be inspired, because there's been times where I've been rushing somewhere, you guys, and I'm talking about driving. I mean, I had a rental car one time and that thing was so fast, y'all, I was getting it, okay? I'm talking about speeding. You're talking about 55, sir. I'm talking about maybe 85, okay? What I'm saying is, all the times that I had gotten away with higher speed, all the times that I had not, caused any interruption on the highway, or not had an accident, or not, interrupted anybody else's day, or, had any road rage incidents, I was protected in all those times. How dare I be upset when it catches up with me and not consider it a lesson? Not be thankful that it could have happened another way so many times before. I was grateful. My drive to school this morning, I was cruising, y'all. I have a whole new attitude. Like, it just, sometimes things happen to just wake us up and stir us up. Not to make us depressed, not to be a leech, something that sticks with us and just draining the energy from us. No, sometimes things come to just give us a lesson. Sometimes it's just like those relay races. You've been running. Okay, you need to stop and switch over now. Sometimes it's just telling you, let's reset. Let's shift your mindset. You're going to another level. Things about to change. I need you to level up, Sierra. I need you to level up, you. It can either be a lesson or a leech. It's all about your perspective, baby. Be grateful for the things that have happened. Thank God for the things that have happened, because it could have been another way, guys. Be grateful and be glad that he had a little bit of grace and mercy on your side, okay? Y'all, that's my lesson for this morning. I'm going to talk to you later. Bye.